I'm here to do Tequila's, I believe it's 77 Witchy Community Tag. Let me check the name. Yeah, 77 Questions Community Witchy Tag. So thank you, Tequila, for doing this tag. It was like a bunch of fun. So I thought it'd be fun to do. And those of you that gave her the ideas for the questions, thanks, for that too, because it's really, really cool. It really is. So, number one, do you use runes as a written language? No, I do not. I do not actually use runes at all. Every now and again, I have studied them, but I just don't connect with them. Do you feel you have natural gifts such as premonitions, hearing spirits? If so, do you think this is what led you to your path? I can't hear spirits, not that I know of, but I can feel them. So, and I've always felt, I didn't know what it was called when I was younger, but I could always feel when something was going to happen or, things of that sort. But I do believe that it helps you in your practice. So. What deity do you work with, if any, and why? No, not really. Deities have come in and out of my life depending on the situation. I've never really, stuck with just one. I've been through all kinds of deities through different ways, ways of, or, different, like Greece and their gods and goddesses, Celtic. So, just depends on, what I'm going through and if they stick around. Currently, I'm not working with any. Have you always worked with the same deity? No. Do you use any personal items such as blood? Really, really personal items. Yes, I do. It freaks my partner out, but I'm very much into the getting down to the nitty gritty, I guess you can say that. If I believe it'll work, then I will use it. So, do you do past life readings, and have you had one done? If so, have you, or who were you, and how did you die? Yes, I have. I do offer past life readings. I have not done one on myself, but I've had Tara actually do one for me, which she's really, really good at that. So I do recommend her for past life readings. She goes good into detail about it, and I'll post her link down below. But yeah, I was very much into the herbal medicine like I am today. I had 2 babies, and I died naturally, and I've had 2 that I know of. I died naturally in one, and the other one I was murdered. Favorite magical tool? Probably my visualization. Your brain, pretty much. Song or favorite witchy, or favorite song or favorite witchy song that gets you into your witchy mood? S.J. Tucker, Labyrinth. I'll link her song down below. I love that song. Where is the most magical place you have ever been? The woods. What animal is your familiar, if any? I do not have a familiar. I used to have a hamster. His name was Buddy, and he was very much into the getting out of his cage when I was getting ready to do magic, so I definitely think he was a familiar. What in the craft are you best at? Probably spell work. What in the craft are you weaker at? Probably working with other witches. I've never really done that, and I'm not. I'm kind of shy, so. Most favorite part of your craft? Spell work, spell writing. What was the first tool you had? Probably my very first pentacle, because I didn't have my altar set up, and I got my very first pentacle at Spencer's, actually, and it was really, really a coming out thing for me. So, and I use that a lot in my practice. What was your first homemade tool for your practice? A staff. I actually have it in my room up there now. So, but yeah, it was a little staff. I still have it. What are your feelings on raising kids in the craft? I'm open to it. Those of you that don't know, I have a baby boy on the way, so I'm very much curious of how to go about it. So it'll be a learning experience for me. If you were a god or goddess, who would you be? I don't really know. Do you use astrology in your practice? Yes. What, if any ways, could you practice dark magic and still respect the ways of Wicca? When I first came into witchcraft, I did consider myself Wiccan, but then I started looking at how Tequila said how some people, to you, this may not be dark, but some other people it may have. So those views of mine have kind of gone away because I'm more open to a lot of ways now. So I'm no longer a Wiccan, and I'm the type of person where I respect any kind of practice, whether it be dark or not. Any witches in the family? Yes, my aunt, but she no longer practices. What item can you not witch without? Probably candles. I love candles. I'm a candle fanatic. What is your favorite Sabbath or time of year? Samhain. Halloween. So excited. Ever had a YouTube burnout? Yes. Definitely. Favorite witchy shop, and do they have an online store? 13 Witches of the Moon. Love them. Or no. 13 Witches Moon.com. I think that's what it's called. How do you organize your herbs and ingredients? I don't. I'm pretty much the type of where I know where everything's at, and I like it to stay that way. Favorite time of the day to do spell work? Probably in the morning slash. What? Don't look at me. I'm shy. Favorite time of the day to do spell work? Probably in the morning slash nighttime when everyone's asleep. Are you solitary or work in a coven? Solitary. What kind of practice most. Wait. What kind of practice. Or what kind of. Can't read my own handwriting. Stop looking at me! What kind of magical practice do you most resonate with? All kinds. I really don't have a specific one. My partner keeps peeking at me and it's irritating me.
Partner? You mean your...
Yes, I call my boyfriend my partner. You're my partner. We're having a child together. And don't step on the dog. What was the most creative spell you have ever done? What did you use? Probably nothing. Yeah, because the first spell I ever did, I was in school. So, and I used nothing but my hands. I thought that was pretty creative. What do you prefer in divination? Pendulum or tarot cards? What are some ways to keep yourself grounded? Stones. I love carrying stones with me. Hello, dog. Go, Jasper. Have you ever had a spell go wrong? No. But I have had ones where I was kind of shocked how it turned out. What are your opinions on initiation rituals? Again, I don't work in a coven, but I'm not completely against them, but it's nothing that I'm interested in. Have you ever had full contact with your deity? If so, what happened? Like I said, I've had deities throughout my life. Ones don't really stick around much, so they just help me with whatever situation I'm going through, and then they move on. What about you is unwitchy? Honey, what about me is unwitchy? Is something unwitchy? Maybe how I'm shy. Is that I'm witchy?
I need to cross and you need to pause that.
Sorry, he had to cross. Okay. How do you tell a new love interest that you are witchy, or that you are a witch? I don't really know. I'm the type of person where you can either take it or leave it, or I'll move on. I don't really care. So, I mean, I've had in the past, I was afraid of what people thought. Now I'm not. So I just kind of, either you can take it or leave it, or I can move on. So. Who is a past witch that has inspired you, if any? I don't really have um, anybody that I know of. I know my aunt practiced for a little bit, but I wasn't born yet, and she really hadn't shared any informational knowledge about the way she practiced. So. How do you handle rejection from a fellow witch that refuses to help you? Everybody's their own person, so they can choose whether or not. But I'm pretty much, um, I ask you, and if you don't, then that's fine. Either way, I'll find a way to make it. So, do you think it is necessary to cast a circle? No, I do not. When I was younger, I used to cast circles all the time, but I've gotten to, um, not really having to call the elements and all that kind of stuff. So, making magic on my own. But no, I don't think it's necessary. I am hurrying. Okay, if Steven Spielberg called you to do a movie, who would you get to play you? Nobody. I'm still waiting to see Jurassic World. Okay, what is some advice that you passed along within your path? Always do what feels right to you. That's always been a strong point. Where do you buy your herbs? Mountain Rose Herbs. How did you feel about casting your first circle? Very magical. It was a mixture of emotions. What was your first successful spell? It's probably a heat spell. It was freezing, and stop looking at me. The more you look at me, the longer I'll take. Cause, yeah, I am hurrying. But yes, it was freezing cold, and it was kind of it was a type of energy spell. So. Are you a daywalker or nightcomber? Daywalker. How did you know you wanted to be on this path? Watched a video, YouTube video, and thought, hey, did stuff like this exist? And then I started researching, and from then on, that's what I did. What color do you use the most? Probably white. I can use it for any kind of magical workings. What area would you like to see your craft grow in? Herbal. What is your preference, buy or make it? Buy it. I'm not really a crafty person, so. What fan fictional book inspired you? None. I'm not really much of a reader anymore. Was your first spell alone or in a coven? Alone. Favorite candle or incense? Dragon's blood. Favorite place to reconnect? Walking in nature. I love to go hiking. Do you believe in fantasy creatures such as fairies, gnomes, and unicorns? Yes. Do you believe ghosts and spirits? Yes. What any illegal herb do you use? Um, I me being a herbal witchy, I use all kinds. So I'm not going to go into detail with that. What recent spell have you done? Probably a protection spell. Would you ever teach the craft? No, because I'm still learning and I'm not really a good teacher. So I don't like teaching. I like sharing, not teaching. Do you have a happy place? Yeah, my room or outside. Favorite witchy book? Solitary Witch by Sybil Raven Wolf. I love it as a reference book. Do you have a ritual before spell work? Yes, I like taking baths with herbs and so forth. Do you always use your own spell or tweak others? Both. I'm really good at writing and I'm really good at tweaking. Prefer spells outside. Do you prefer spells outside? Yes. If you are coming from a Christian background, was it hard to make the transition? No, not really. What are your totem animals? A bear and a dog. What are you? Some things you reuse. Incense ashes. Who helped you? The whole witchy community, really, because I kind of take from different people and I like to apply that to everyday craft. Any witchy phone apps? Nope. Ooh, that was thunder. Favorite magical study? Probably herbs. Any witchy friends outside the YouTube? No, but some of my friends are starting to get into paganism and so forth, so they're just starting. Do you feel deities are the same or not? I feel it's a family tree. I have very different outlooks on things. So I believe that it's a whole family tree. But yes, that is it, and I gotta go before I'm late for work. My partner's yagging me and nagging me. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Oh, and everybody's tagged.